All right, so you got 4, 6, and 4, 8, and they're similar, and I'm going to do some examples here. And first things first, so I've got the main formula that's on page 102, right? The location of my, whatever it is, the median, the quartile, the decile, is equal to my n. N's always the number of values that are in our sample or in our population, okay, plus 1 times the position that I'm looking for divided by 100, okay. So that actually makes it a little more complicated. We could simplify the formula a little bit by saying, you know, that's 0.5, right, if we're looking for the median, or 0.25. Yeah, that's basically what we're doing. But let's go ahead and do it the long way just to kind of show you. So I'm going to do this to kind of give you an idea too. But this is equal to, then, I'm looking for the median in this case. I shouldn't have it up here, but in fact, let's just go do that. Dang it. I'm going to put it down here. I'm looking for the median, so I'm going to just delete that. So it's equal to, right, parentheses, my n. I'm going to click my F4 button after that, and I'll show you why in a second. Okay, plus 1 times, parentheses, the position, so the median's always 50, right, divided by 100. And there we go. So the 6th position, so these always have to be in order, and then I count down the 6th position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 53 is actually my median, not 6. 53 is my median, and that's why I highlighted that. Okay. Now if I want to do the first quartile, the formula is the same, other than this P becomes 25 instead of 50. Okay. I can actually do this. Let's do it. Let's go copy. And let's go paste. Okay, well, it gave me that, but because I kept this reference the same, that's why I hit that $sign, or I hit the F4 after that A13. It kept the reference the same. No matter where I move this, it's always going to reference this A13 or this 11. Usually if you copy and paste, it kind of moves that reference with it. So hopefully I'm not losing you. You know, if I am, just do the formula a little bit more longhand. But in this case then, all I have to do is change this to 25, and it tells me that my first quartile is the 3rd position, 1, 2, 3, or 49. Again, that's why I have that highlighted. Okay, and for my 3rd quartile, then down here, I can go again, copy, paste. It's still going to show up as 3 because I haven't changed that, but I can just change that then to a 75. And there it is. So my 9th value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I highlight that one. That's actually the position then, or the number for my 3rd quartile. But what happens if, you know, this worked out nice because we've got 11, a count of 11. And what happens if we have more? Okay, or if it doesn't work out that way? What if our quartiles or medians or something end up in between? Okay. Well, let's, I gotta go back here and do some stuff. So let's take a look at that and see what happens. Okay, so here I got 16, and how did I know I had 16? I actually used a formula up here. Let me delete this and show you. I use the count formula. It's kind of nice. Shows up under all, and I come down to the C's, count, click on that. Okay, it says from where to where. I want to go from the top of here to my last one, which is there. Tells me I got 16 values now in here. Okay, so when I do my formula, and I'm going to kind of shorthand this a little bit, my A33, or my 16 plus 1 times 50 divided. So I'm looking for the median here, okay, which is going to be down here someplace, but I'm looking for the median, and it gives me 8.5. Why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Well, I don't have a half, right? Okay, so I've got, it's going to be between 54 and 55, right? It's going to be halfway between those. Okay, so I just typed in this 0.5 because that came to 8.5. And what do I got to do then? Well, I've got to do this. I've got to do, this is equal to my 0.5 times, and I need my parentheses, my 9th value, which was 55, 8th value, okay, so I want to be between those, right? In this case it was 1, 55 minus 54, so I'm going to, yeah, what happened there? D78, oops, I got to go times. I didn't have my times in there, sorry. A25 minus A24, D, where did I get D178? I must have had a fat finger. D17, there, let's try that. Golly. Okay, so let's go through that again. It's equal to this times parentheses this minus this, and parentheses, enter. So 0.5. So what's that mean? Well, that means I come down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I add a half to that number. So my median in this case is going to be 54.5. Right? Now, if I did the quartile, it'd be basically the same thing. I've kind of already done that, except remember you got 25 there instead of 50. Okay, so now I'm going to be a quarter of the way between my 4th and 5th values, right? Because I go 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my 5th value. So if I use the same formula, I come up with it's equal to this times my parentheses 1, 2, 3, 4. So my 5th value minus my 4th value. And I did something wrong again. I forgot to put in. Gosh, I'm not hitting my multiplication sign. There we go. Well, this turns out to be a half. Well, why is that? Because it would be 2, and so a quarter of the way is another half, and so I would be at 49.5. Then is my first quartile. Okay, and I could do the same for my 3rd quartile, but number 8, it asks you for a 1st decile or the 9th decile. Well, let's try this again. So a decile, right? Let's paste this here. Okay, a decile means 10. Okay, so the 1st decile would be just 10 100ths. So let's change that to a 10, and that gives me something that doesn't look right. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm 1.7 values in for that 1st decile, so I'm 7/10 of the way between 46 and 47. So let's do the 0.7 here. Okay, so then this is equal to this. This I gotta hit times. Okay, this minus my 1st and 2nd values, because it has to be between those, right? And parentheses, hit enter. So again, it was 1, so I got 0.7, so my 1st decile is 46.7. There you go. And you do the same then for the 9th decile. And they give you the 33rd percentile, and so the same thing. This one you might, nah, you wouldn't. I was going to say you might actually come up with a solid number for that 33rd one, but you probably won't. Okay, so you just have to calculate all of those like that. There is a way that you can kind of check your work there a little bit. You can at least do medians. I think you can do quartiles and whatnot here, but median, if you come down, let's go to statistical and go to M's, right? There's median. Hit OK. Oh, geez, there it is, right? So you can check your work. I'd like you to do it the long way, because I don't know if you can do, if there's a formula, for the deciles and those types of things. You could look in here and see there may well be. I don't think it'd be called decile. It'd be some other formula that's in there. So there you have it. That should be good enough for you guys for problems 6 and 8.